I saw him today, so he shouldn't be. Okay, you need to sit down and get started on your bell ringer, please. Bell ringer. Yeah, if he's not here, you can go observe Miss Kirk or somebody, whoever you want. Mr. Hawkins. Miss Thomas might be somebody good too. Yeah, she's another 7th grade teacher, so you might be able to see some differences. Say there's a bell ringer on the board that you need to start working on. You should also have your test corrections out, ready for me to check. Sorry.
Your hands can swivel off your shoulders. Like that.
Go have a seat and get started on your bell ringer now, please. Okay. Right now.
Look at that.
Hurry up, Natalie. Don't be late. There's Portland.
What is that? Hey.
Have a seat and get started on your bell ringer.
The
Get your
camera.
test corrections out.
Are you funny?
So because you've been out for so long, she's going to take you to the library and help you catch up on some of the things that we've missed,
Teacher.
okay?
Student. Isn't it the opposite way?
Yeah. So just go with Miss Javier and she's going to help you with those.
Should it that be the way? And that?
Fine, how are you?
I don't get it. What? In the camera. I need a sheet of paper. What?
Okay, so borrow one from someone.
I need a sheet of paper.
You did not have a bell ringer yesterday. So there is a problem. There are 2 problems on the board that are your bell ringer. So you need to fold your paper into 4s. Today is Tuesday, so put it in the Tuesday spot. And it says, number 1, you need to name a pair of complementary angles. If you forgot what complementary angles are, look right here. They add up to what? 90. So you need to look at this picture and find me 2 angles that add up to 90 degrees. Then you got supplementary angles on number 2. Name a pair of supplementary angles. What do supplementary angles add up to?
180.
180. So you need to find a pair of supplementary angles and answer that on number 2. I should see you working on that right now. I should see pencils moving.
Where's that paper over?
Huh? Somebody have paper that Giselle can borrow. What?
Diego tiene papel.
Okay. What?
Can I talk into it? Hello. Hello. Hello.
So, like, if you want to talk about this angle, like this one, you would call it angle LMO. That's how you name the angles, with 3 letters. Remember that?
Oh, I know.
So, LMO, like the way you would trace it with your pencil. So show me 2 angles that add up to 90 on number 1, 2 angles that add up to 180 on number 2. And this, I need you guys to just leave this here and don't touch it, okay?
What is that?
It's a microphone.
Oh, I can talk into it?
I mean, it's picking up what you say right now. So
Oh,
don't,
really good.
don't touch it, please.
Twitch, I need Twitch. Recording me.
I'm recording me. I feel so beautiful.
Okay, while you finish that up, I'm going to come around and pick up your test corrections.
Monday.
Did you do it? Me neither. Oh my
Then
God,
what?
I'm failing with Anna with the 20.
Did you make corrections on the
I
sheet?
hit 9.
Or what?
I am. Not to lie. I can show you.
Where's your corrections?
I just want to hit fast. I didn't go get it.
You did them on the sheet?
I don't need that like I don't like it.
Where are the corrections though?
God, no.
I thought you were supposed to do them on another sheet of paper.
I'm like with Anna.
Did you do them on here?
Oh my God.
Okay, so you don't have them.
Haven't.
So bring them to me tomorrow when you actually did it.
Hey, you know you could hear us.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have your corrections? You weren't here yesterday. Do you have your corrections and your actual test?
Yeah. Oh no, wait, you want eat.
Guys, Giselle.
I'm sorry. Miss,
Oh yeah.
I didn't get
I barely passed the school band.
Let me get to you, and I'll talk to you about whatever you need, okay? Hold on. I'll get to your guys' test back in a minute.
Oh my god.
Did I get a low grade?
Do you have your test corrections?
Microphone. Microphone.
Here's a ticket.
Look at it. So
Do
cool.
you have your
You got a
test
green light
corrections?
on you, huh?
Were you here yesterday?
I don't think so.
Why don't you have them?
Twitch, I need Twitch.
So when are you gonna bring them? Tomorrow?
I'm a girl.
Okay.
Was it only these two?
I'm
Yeah.
a girl. I'm Giselle and that's a boy.
Giselle, do you have your corrections? Do
Male.
you have your corrections?
Oh no.
So what are we gonna do here? I just told you, you need to look at that. Figure out what are two angles that add up to 90. What are two angles that add up to 180?
Miss, I was gonna tell you that.
Andy, do you have your test
Nope.
corrections?
Miss, I was gonna tell you something.
Huh?
I was gonna tell you something.
What?
That I didn't get my progress report from Miss Anaway because she sent me to the library and I didn't get it.
Okay. See if you have time at the end of class, I'll let you go get it, okay?
He's gonna try to send me to the.
Test corrections.
I saw you. You were there.
And then I ran off.
Do you have your test corrections? When are you gonna do them?
I went backward at the class.
Diego, when are you gonna do your test corrections?
La bola.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about your bell ringer. Who can raise their hand and tell me a pair of complementary angles that they found? Valerie?
LMO and OMP.
LMO and OMP? Okay, so she's saying angle LMO, that's 45 degrees, and OMP, that's also 45 degrees. So do those add up to 90?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a pair that you could have written down. Did anyone find a different one? Natalie?
PKN.
Angle PKN. Is this an angle? No. I see what you're talking about. I think you're talking about this. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. So you would say these two angles. How would you say this one?
PMK.
PMK. So write that one down. PMK. And what other one, Natalie? KMN. So those are both, they come together to make complementary angles. Good job. What about supplementary angles? Who can tell me a pair of supplementary angles? Carlos? JMN, which is 150, and LMJ, which is 30. So 150 plus 30, does that equal 180?
Yes.
Yes. Is that the only pair that you could have written?
No.
Is there another pair that you could have written?
No.
No? What about JMN and KMN? Does that make these two? Do they make 180? So you could have also done those two.
If I poke it, I'm poking.
Yeah.
Poke.
So make sure that you have at least one pair of complementary angles
Yeah.
and one pair of supplementary angles written on your paper. Check your partner to make sure that they have that written down, please. Itzley, where's your paper, dude? You don't have one at all? Okay, well, where are you going to get one out? Let's go. Okay, we'll borrow one from Carlos. So you need to get that written down. Now the next thing I need you to look at is the calendar that you picked up on the way in. So you should have picked up this calendar and this little log sheet. Okay, I need you to have both of these out on your desk so I can talk to you about them right now.
My mom is gonna sign this, right?
Natalie, hurry up and go sit down, please.
I ain't got no
I should see everybody with their calendar in front of them. I see that Giselle has hers, and Andy has his, and Valerie and Fernando have theirs out. I'm waiting on a couple more people.
I'm a little something.
Okay, so I want you to listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. Because we only have about 2 months left until your STAR test.
What?
Seriously, it's in April, okay?
Lying.
I have decided to make each one of you your very own plan for success for the year and for the STAR test. So I'm going to pass out these papers, and we're going to read over them together and make sure that you understand what's going on. Natalie? Valerie? Giselle? Just read over it. I will go over it with you in a
I
second.
want an orange one.
Isley? Jonathan? Just wait, please.
Do I get an
I
orange
promise I will answer questions in a second.
No, it's about my
one? My eyes are G.
Gabby? Nayeli?
I want an orange one.
Fernando? It's yours. Okay, did everybody get one?
Hey.
Yep.
One more. I didn't get one.
No, it's fine. Natalie, can you come here and talk to
Uh-oh.
Miss Laird, please?
You in trouble.
All right. So is there anybody that did not get a sheet? Raise your hand if you did not get one. Carlos, you didn't?
Me.
Okay, let me check in this other stack and make sure I didn't lose it. And Diego?
What?
Here's Diego's.
Yo.
Go, go, yeah, go, go.
I need one. I need one. I need
Alicia.
one.
And here's Carlos.
I need one.
No singing.
Here.
Oh.
All right. So I want you to listen
I need
carefully
one. También
as
necesito.
I read. As I read, I want you to follow along and make sure that you understand. You didn't get one either?
You're
let's
two,
check.
right? You're dumb.
Too sick.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
What?
Did your phone go on vibrate?
Miss, I think I have to go to
you have a
the
cough drop?
Okay.
You think it's an emergency right now?
I'm pretty sure.
You've been pretty
Can
sure.
you maybe just wait
can
like
trust
5
her.
seconds?
Oh yay, mine's white.
All right, let's listen carefully as I read. I need you to be following along, Isley, so look at your paper, please. It says, "Dear parents and guardians," so who are you supposed to show this to?
My mama.
Your mom or your dad or whoever you live with.
I'm a dude.
Your
Mother.
student, shh, listen, your student recently received their scores for their math ACP, which is the Assessment of Course Performance, for the first semester. This test shows how much of the material from the first semester they have mastered. In math, the goal is for every student to master at least 80% of all objectives. This will ensure that they are prepared for their STAR test in April and to enter 8th grade math next year. To make sure your student is reaching the goal, I am recommending the following based on their ACP score and progress in class beginning this week. So this starts right now, this week. Now there's a whole list of things there, but I've only checked off things that I think you need to do. Okay? So please look at what I have checked off for you.
I wonder what happened.
Some people have mandatory weekly tutoring on Mondays after school. Some people will have mandatory weekly tutoring Wednesdays after school. It says, due to the number of students in need of extra help, mandatory tutoring days are for selected students only. Ms. Lee will be reviewing the most needed topics from the first semester. This means that students must be keeping up with their homework each night because there will not be time in tutoring to focus on these assignments. Tutoring is not just time for students to complete work they should be completing at home. So tutoring is for things that we did not master the first time. We don't have time to do your homework in tutoring. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Then we've got optional NJHS homework helpers Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. from 8 to 8:35. That's in the room right by the cafeteria. Some of you went to that this morning. Okay? It's right by the cafeteria. There's NJHS students and teachers in there that will help you with any assignment that you have.
Okay.
Also, you've got optional Friday morning tutoring with Miss Lee. So you can come in here Friday mornings at 8 o'clock and ask me for help with your homework or ask me for extra STAR chart practice sheets. Whatever you need help on, that's when you have the option to do that. I checked on everyone's to continue to complete homework at home Monday through Thursday. Some of you have the option of visiting Miss Lee's math website, okay, and playing games. The web address is on there if you want to do that.
Yay.
And then some of you I checked that you need to practice your multiplication and division facts every night at home using flashcards or practice sheets. Okay, I can hook you up with those if you don't have them already. So just see me after class or after school, and I can get some of those for you if you need them. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, look here at the bottom. It says tutoring log equals Jean's day. Do you see that box? Put your finger on the box so I know you're looking at it.
That hurt.
Okay. For every 10 complete tutoring sessions you attend, you will receive a wristband to wear jeans the Friday of the week you turn in your log. Logs must be signed each time by me if you come to tutoring with me, or you can be signed by a teacher from the NJHS homework helpers. The logs look like this, and as soon as you finish a log, you may turn it into me and I will give you a wristband for a free dress day.
Yay.
Yes, Giselle?
I thought we couldn't wear jeans no more.
You can't wear jeans for fundraisers. I got this cleared with Miss Stouse. So you're good to go. 10 tutoring sessions gives you a free dress day.
No, I thought that the school district did that.
For fundraisers. I'm not asking you to pay any money, okay? I'm asking you to come to tutoring. Yes.
Can I go to the restroom?
Yes,
Just
now you
the
may go to the
10.
restroom.
10 of them.
Okay.
Emergency.
So, again, some of these things are optional. The mandatory things, Mondays and Wednesdays. Any questions about what's on this sheet? Just go. Any questions about your tutoring log?
No.
This is for math only, not for any other subject, just for math. Carlos.
You got tutoring on Thursday?
So on Thursday, I don't have tutoring, but the NJHS Homework Helpers is on Thursday. So if you have any question about what you're allowed to go to, just check the calendar.
What if we don't have it no more?
No, but
What if you don't have the calendar anymore? Keep it.
you don't have paper that gave us?
Y'all keep it.
Yeah, I know. I changed the days a little bit. So now I'm asking you to follow that calendar instead of the original one that I gave
We
you.
have it.
Okay? All right. So now we need to go ahead and move on to our lesson for today. I do need you to get that signed and filled out by your parents tonight and bring it back tomorrow for a free 100 for bringing it back. Okay?
Yeah.
So what do you need to do tonight?
It burns.
Get this. Okay, let's try it again. We need to get this signed by who?
Mama.
When?
Tomorrow.
Tonight, and bring it back tomorrow.
That's it tomorrow.
All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and go on to our lesson today, for today. So all you need is your blank sheet of paper that you picked up, this one right here, and your worksheet. So show me these two things on your desk and a pencil. I'm going to give a ticket to the first table that can be completely ready with these two things out and a pencil. A ticket to the first table who can have both those things out with a pencil.
What do you need?
You need a pencil.
Give me a pencil.
This table's almost ready.
Give me a pencil.
This table,
Ah,
do you have your worksheet?
we have it.
We have
The one that you picked up. Do
got
you
it.
have it?
We got
Where?
it. We got it. We got
Okay,
it.
I need it to be out and ready. This table wins.
Yeah.
And Fernando too, because he was all by himself. Okay? Now, today, if you'll check our objective board, so I need to see eyes looking at the objective board.
Yeah.
Eyes should be looking at the objective board. It says students will be able to use properties to classify triangles and quadrilaterals. And today we're actually just going to start with triangles. We'll do quadrilaterals tomorrow. We're going to start today with just triangles. So let's start by reviewing some of the things that we know about triangles. Who can just shout out something that they know about a triangle?
They have 3 parts.
They have
The
3
polygon.
parts. What kind of parts are you talking about?
Angles.
Angles and vertices. Okay, what else? How many sides do they have?
3.
3 sides. Okay, what else do we know about them?
It's a polygon.
It's a polygon. That's a very good one.
Yeah.
It is a polygon. Okay, what else?
The thing about ball is 90 thing. Yeah,
What do you mean?
I don't know how to explain it.
Their angles?
By 90. I don't know.
Their angles don't add up to 90. What do they add up to?
No, I mean they are 90 each one. I think. No.
Nope, not necessarily.
Depends.
What is the sum of the angles of a triangle?
90 plus 90 plus 90.
We talked about it yesterday. Do you remember?
360.
Say it louder.
180.
180. Every single triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So here are some things that we could have said. A triangle is a polygon with 3 sides and 3 angles. The angles total 180 degrees. All triangles have at least 2 acute angles. What does it mean to be an acute angle? Less than 90 degrees. And you were about to say it too, right? Less than 90 degrees. Triangles can be named by their sides or by their angles. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So I want you to start with your blank sheet of paper, and I need you to fold it in half, hot dog style. So fold it, hot dog style, halfway. The blank sheet of paper, I need you to fold it in half, hot dog style. Okay? Then I need you to open it back up. I need you to fold it in half the other way. So open it back up and then fold it in half the other way.
Open it.
And then fold it in half one more time.
With how?
So like this. Hold it up in the air when you are finished.
How
Fold
did
it
you
in
do
half.
that?
In half. This way.
I got lost.
Sorry. In half like that. And then in half again.
Yeah.
Okay, open it up.
And then you fold it like this, and then you fold it again.
Fold it in half this way.
Okay. You
And
moved
then in
it.
half again.
And don't be stupid, Annie.
You're doing fine. Fold it in half again this way. Yeah. And then she
then
just
how?
forgot to do it this way first.
Like that? Like that?
And then one more time.
I did. Wait. Like this, right, miss?
Okay, you need to be done in the next 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Did I get it right? I don't think I did.
You did. Open it up and you should have 8 little rectangles. 8 little rectangles. Keep our focus up here,
Yay.
Natalie. Okay, let's not distract
Correct.
people, please.
Quit looking at my food. Sorry, Annie.
What?
Okay. How do we classify triangles by their angles? Okay, that's the first way that we're going to learn how to classify triangles. So in this top right-hand corner, or it's your left-hand corner, I guess. Okay, in this corner right here, I want you to write that question. How do we classify triangles by their angles? How do we classify triangles by their angles? So I should see people writing with their pencil.
Triangle.
Okay, you folded it a little bit backwards. So in half.
Can you
And
repeat?
then in half this way. It is written on the board, so you can read it off the board.
The question.
You need another
How?
Damn,
Right there. No. Okay, just like that.
Put
You're
how
fine.
did. How did.
I know he did it wrong.
How did?
Right here.
How.
How do we classify
Yeah.
triangles by their angles? I should see people writing this down. Carlos, I should see people writing it down. So open up your paper and write down the question. How do we classify triangles by their angles? Carlos, let's go, please. Hurry up. How do we classify triangles by their angles?
Friday.
Give me a thumbs up when you are done writing this.
Friday. Everybody's done.
Diego is done. Gabby's done. So this whole table is finished. And this whole table is finished. Excellent. Just waiting on
We
a
were
couple
done
more people.
first.
Don't you dare do that again. It's a big waste of time. Nope, it's a big waste of time. Please just write it.
Boy.
How do we classify triangles by their angles?
Yeah, I gotta kill.
Okay, the first way, Andy and Giselle, please be quiet. The first way that we can classify triangles by their angles is an acute triangle. Okay, so I need you to go to the first box right here. Draw yourself an acute triangle like that one. And write down that it has all acute angles. So you're in this box right here, the first one next to your question. You're going to draw yourself an acute triangle and write down that it has all acute angles. Meaning all the angles are less than what?
90.
90.
90. 90 degrees.
Nobody said to sing that, Annie.
Okay, I see most people are finished.
Are you missing?
Waiting on a couple more people.
Thank God.
Okay, the next way that we can classify by angles is a right triangle. So in the next box, draw yourself a right triangle. And a right triangle has to have one right angle, right here. In the next box over. So this is where you do acute, right, and we're going to do the last one there. Acute, right.
Right.
So this is your first box.
Okay.
This is your second box.
Oh my god. Stupid. Bam. Oh.
Good. And make sure you make that little symbol that means right angle. Okay, make sure you show this little box
I did
that means right angle. How many degrees is a right angle?
90.
90 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone know the last kind of triangle by angles?
No.
Up to.
Obtuse is right.
Because it was right there.
Okay, obtuse is the last kind of triangle by angles.
Oh, that is hard to draw.
Start with the obtuse angle and then just connect it. So draw an angle that looks bigger than 90 degrees and then just connect the ends.
I don't know how to do it.
Start with this part.
I will
Draw an obtuse angle, one that's bigger than 90, and then just connect the ends.
I think I got it down.
Okay?
Did I do it right?
No.
Did I do it right? I think it looks pretty.
Yeah, but now write down the words. Has one obtuse angle. Has one obtuse angle.
Oopsies. Gali.
Angle.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question about these. Is it possible
Nope.
for me to have two right angles in one triangle?
Yeah.
You think it is?
What? Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
Can I have a triangle
I
that
think
has
so.
two right angles?
Yeah.
So like here's a right angle, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I make another right angle. So here's a right angle, and here's a right angle. Can I connect those two and it still be a triangle?
Yes.
Yes.
I can?
But
No.
If I connect this, is it a triangle anymore?
Yeah. No.
No.
Because it will have four sides if I do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that a triangle?
Was that one?
No. So can a triangle have two right angles?
No.
No. How big are right angles? How many degrees are they? 90 degrees. And if they're 90 degrees and I have two of them, what's 90 plus 90? 180.
180.
So if it's 180, I've pretty much already used all the degrees I have for a triangle. I don't have any left to make the third angle. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
So can we have two right angles?
No.
No. What about two obtuse angles? Can we have two obtuse angles?
Yes.
Probably.
I have a feeling.
You think so?
down.
Check it out. Obtuse is bigger than 90, right? So let's say this one is 100 degrees. And then I make another obtuse angle here, and this one is 120 degrees. Can I connect them
No.
without making another side?
No.
No. So the only thing that means is that I can't make a triangle with two obtuse angles. So I can't have two right angles, I can't have two obtuse angles, which means that every single triangle is always going to have two acute angles. Like this one has all three, this one has two acute angles, this one has two acute angles. All triangles are going to have exactly two or three acute angles. Okay, can't have two right, can't have two obtuse. Got it?
No.
Got it.
Got it.
Good. Let's look at the sides. Okay, so now you're going to go down to the bottom column or the bottom row of your chart. And you're going to write this question. How do we classify triangles by their sides? How do we classify triangles by their sides? So go down to here and write, how do we classify triangles by their sides?
I just want to draw, but whatever.
You know you're gonna put Y. I mean how?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So every single triangle can be classified by two things, their angles and their sides. We can say that is an acute triangle, and then we can also classify it by its sides. The first way we can do that is with a scalene triangle.
Oh,
A scalene triangle has no congruent sides. So all three sides need to be different lengths.
You cannot do.
Do your best to draw a scalene triangle.
It's just like triangle falling down. Whatever.
It's okay. Just make sure it doesn't have any congruent sides.
Mine is congruent.
So write that down. Draw yourself a triangle. This is in your first box.
That's like a weird triangle.
Yeah, because none of the angles are the same. I mean, none of the sides are the same.
Look.
No
funny.
congruent sides.
Charlie bit.
Charlie bit my finger.
The next kind I'm going to show you has at least 2 congruent sides. Does anyone know what that one's called? 2 congruent sides? Close.
Yeah.
Starts with an I.
Yeah.
Isosceles.
Yes, good. Isosceles.
I knew it.
So the next one, the next one is isosceles, and it has at least 2 congruent sides. And these little dashes right here, these little hash marks, are the symbol that tells you that those are congruent. So if you see a triangle with these little marks, and this one has one, and this one also has one, that means that they're telling you these 2 sides are congruent.
Let's see.
Has at least 2 congruent sides. Isosceles triangle. Isley, are you getting this written down? Okay, hurry up.
Miss,
Yeah.
are you gonna do that raffle thingy today?
Not today. I'm going to pick up the tickets, but we're going to do it on Friday.
Okay.
But it's a long time from now.
Hmm?
It's a long time.
Well, more time for you to earn tickets, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How many?
You didn't do it last week.
I did. Oh, no, I didn't because you were acting crazy. Remember?
You did it today.
Yeah, but I didn't do it last week because you didn't deserve it. So let's deserve it on Friday, and then
Who?
we'll get to
No
draw.
candle.
Who was acting crazy?
Remember, we couldn't do on Friday. We were playing that game, and we couldn't get through it because you guys were being too crazy.
Andy kept on
Wait,
twitching.
Carlos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's get back on task, please. The last type of triangle by sides is called an equilateral triangle. Okay? Equilateral has 3 congruent sides. So they'll put 2 hash marks here, 2 here, and 2 here. Since they all have the same number of hash marks, they're telling you all 3 of these sides are congruent to each other. They're all exactly the same.
What?
Get that written down in your last box.
I was so messy today. Yay. Cool. Andy has internet at home.
Huh?
You have internet, don't you?
Yeah.
I do too.
I pay for my internet.
Stop it. I don't pay for my internet. My daddy does.
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay, give me a thumbs up when your whole chart is finished. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're waiting on a couple people in the front.
Oh my god, I got tomorrow.
Look, there's my tickets on the happy.
Good.
That was weird.
Okay, next, I want to ask you about this. So this is kind of putting together what we learned last week and what we talked about in your bell ringer and what we just talked about today. It says, what is the relationship between the 2 acute angles of a right triangle? And justify your answer. So think about this for a second. How many degrees are in every single triangle? The total amount in every triangle is what?
31.
I'm sorry. The total, if I added all 3 of these up, would be
180.
180. Everybody say that, please.
180.
Okay, so the total number
180.
of degrees in any triangle is what, Carlos?
180.
180. What is it, Itzley?
180.
Okay, so knowing that, and knowing that this must be how many degrees? 90. How many do I have left to split between here?
40. 40.
What's 180 minus 90? 90, right?
You.
So that means I've got 90 degrees to split between this angle and this angle. I need Jonathan to sit up straight and pay attention. I need Itzley and Carlos to look over here and pay attention,
We
please.
play footsie, boys.
If I know that these 2 angles have to be 90 degrees when I add them together, because 90 plus 90 gives me 180, what kind of relationship is that if they add up to 90 degrees?
Complementary angles.
Supplementary.
Supplementary adds up to 90?
I mean,
Complementary.
Complementary. So the 2 acute angles have to be complementary, always. Do they have to be equal to each other?
No.
Not necessarily. But I do know that when I've got 90 degrees here, I'm going to have 90 degrees to split between these 2 because 90 and 90 make 180. Questions about that?
No.
Are you sure? Okay.
I
If
get
I
what
give
you're
you two angles of any triangle, how could you find the third one if it's missing?
What would you say?
Okay, listen. Listen carefully, okay? If I give you any triangle, so I draw you a triangle, like this one. Okay, let's say I draw you this triangle here. I'm going to use a better marker.
My mustache is forming.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Okay? And I tell you, this is a 55-degree angle, and this is a 65-degree angle. Find the third one. Could you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you do it? Raise your hand.
Add
If
'em
you-
up.
Raise your hand, please, if you would like to tell me how you do that. How could you do that, Carlos?
You cut both of them, then divide them from 180.
Add them both, so 65 plus 55.
Divide.
Ew.
That gives me 110. And then do what?
Divide it, but subtract it from 180.
Why would I subtract from 180?
To get the other,
To do what?
Angle.
to get the other number.
How do you know it's 180?
Because
Because what? What do you know about triangles?
you know that they're 180.
You know that they're 180, right?
That they're all equal to 180.
That they will equal to 180. Is there something that we need to discuss out loud as a class? Okay, that's awesome. Can we please stay focused on what we need to stay focused on, please? Thanks. All right, so I want you to start by finding the sheet on your, the section on your worksheet that says guided practice. So find where it says angles in triangles, guided practice. Angles in triangles, guided practice. Put your finger on it or your pencil on it so I know you're looking at it. Angles in triangles, guided practice. Shh, 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 shh. Where is it? Angles in triangles, guided practice. Go back to your own seat, please.
Andy, but it's looking.
Here.
Hey.
Okay, here.
Let's do creepy paste.
Now, I would like you to read number 1 and number 2 and try to do those problems on your own. You may talk with your
Yay.
group at your table.
Andy switch.
So I'm going to
Why do
give
we
you
have a
about
microphone?
4 minutes, and I want those 2 problems to be
Are we
done.
Hannah Montana?
On the other side, angles and triangles.
take
Sit
a
up straight
pencil?
like you're going to try. Come on.
Let's take a song. Come on.
Remember, it takes you trying on your own before you really learn it. Have a seat.
I don't know.
Yeah. Is this productive conversation right now?
Are you serious, miss? It's like that?
Okay. Could you please get working on what I've asked you
Oh,
to
I
do?
didn't know that. I thought your hair was straight.
Angles and triangles. That's what we're working on right now.
We're talking to the
Read
mic.
number 1 and do it.
Sing a song. I'm a Barbie.
Okay, cottage kids. If you don't like crystals, we're sorry. Hey, Andy.
Hi.
Read number 1, please.
I was talking to Andy.
Read number 1, please.
A triangle has angles measuring 27 and 60. What is the measure of the triangle?
Of the third angle. Okay. So we just talked about how to find the third angle, right? How do you find it?
You.
You what?
I don't know. You add them.
And then what?
And then you get the number.
Hmm?
And then you get the number.
Okay. But how many degrees does a triangle have?
90.
How many degrees does a triangle have?
90.
How many degrees does a triangle have?
180.
180. Okay, you need to write that on top. 180. That's how much they all have.
Triangles.
The answer is C.
You lying, boy.
Isley,
boy.
sit down.
Boy.
Isley, Isley. There's none in there. Sit down. Okay, what have you done so far? Okay, awesome. Let's work on it, please.
You saw Isley?
A triangle has angles measuring 27 degrees and 60 degrees. What is the measure of the angles, the triangle's third angle?
We did
Diego and Gabby, are you done with those 2 problems? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Better be.
Try them.
Productive.
You know that triangles add up to how many degrees?
180.
I said you know triangles add up to how many degrees? 180. So use that to find the third angle on that first problem.
I don't know the second one though.
Happy birthday, people.
Because isn't it you're supposed to subtract
So what are you going to do to find this?
48
I can't sneeze.
minus
From 180.
minus
But that needs to be divided between two equal angles.
You're like,
and how do
How do you do that? Think about it.
you're like,
Do not do
If it
that.
needs to be split evenly between two angles,
what?
what operation does that sound like?
You.
Giselle, what have you done so far?
Number 1.
Okay, so move on to number 2, please.
Okay.
Triangle A, B, C.
Isley, if you know all this plus one more has to equal 180,
46.
how could you find a missing angle?
Bishops of England.
48, not 46.
When we were
That's
doing that problem up
48,
there,
and B is 48.
Carlos told
Oh,
me I needed to
48,
add 65 and 55 to get
You
110,
were
and then
what to do.
subtract from 180 to figure out the
Measure
third
angle
one.
A and
Could we
are
use
equal. How
Could we
am I supposed
figure
to
that
find
out to do this problem as well? Could we do the same kind of
Why do
thing?
80 minus?
If they give me two angles and I need to find the third? Okay, so what would we do first?
Charlie. The unicorn.
I've got the answer.
The unicorn?
Charlie, the
Isley, what would
unicorn.
we do first?
Wait. So
What did we
what's
do
the answer?
first up there?
I am Tron.
If you're trying to
What did we do first
why
up
don't you
there?
do it then? I could do that too, look.
You watch Pokemon?
I will not watch Pokemon.
Giselle,
Andy asked me a random question.
don't answer them.
Okay.
What did I do up there?
I wanna
Isley?
be the
Is that addition, subtraction? What is it?
I'm a cry.
It's addition. So the two angles I knew, I added them up. Do you know two angles here? Okay, so add them up.
I wanna be the very
Okay?
Where do I
no
go?
one ever was.
So, guys, on number 1,
Can I do it?
it's very similar to this problem that we did up here. We added 65 and 55 and got 110, and then we subtracted that from what?
180.
180, to make sure that we get whatever's left over from 180. So that gives me 70. So that means this must be 70 degrees. Okay, so on that first problem, it says a triangle has angles measuring 27 degrees and 60 degrees. What is the measure of the triangle's third angle? So this is the same type of thing, right? What do I need to do first? Gabby,
Ooh,
what do I need to do first? I'm on number 1. What do I need to do?
I found it.
What is it?
66.
Okay, she said I need to add 27 and 60 because those are the two angles that I know. And when you do that, you get what? 87. So I know those two angles are using up 87 of my 180 degrees total. How can I find what's left over for that third angle?
you subtract.
Fernando, how can I find what's left over for that third angle?
How dare you try to touch me?
Do I want 32 minus?
No, on number 1. We're still on number 1.
Bad for nothing.
Bubble.
I added and I got 87. What do I need to do next? Subtract 87 from 180. So I do 180 minus 87, and I get what? 93. So your answer to this one is C, 93 degrees. Okay, on number 2. Okay, now we're looking at number 2. Itzley, knock it off, please. Itzley, stop. It says triangle ABC is isosceles. What does isosceles mean?
It means
According to the thing that you just wrote down in your notes? Two congruent sides. So that means this side and this side are congruent. If the measure of angle B is 48, and the measures of angle A and C are equal, what is the measure of angle A in degrees? So, if I have this triangle,
I don't know.
A, B, C. This one they tell me is 48 degrees. And then they're telling me this one and this one are the same. Who has an idea of what I can do? Natalie, what could I do first?
I had an idea.
48 divided by 8. 180 divided by 48.
Divided by 48?
No, 48 divided by 180.
Why am I dividing? Am I splitting this up somewhere?
Ooh.
If 48 is used, I want to know how much I have left over to share between these two. How can I find how much is left? What operation gives me how much is left? Subtraction. So if I take 180 and I subtract 48, I get 132, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 132 is how much I have left to share equally between these two angles. If I want to share something equally or split it equally, what can I do?
Divided by 2.
Divide it by 2. So take 132, divide by 2.
66.
This goes in 6 times,
God.
and you should get, what?
66.
66. So angle A, and this is how you need to write it, okay? Angle A equals 66 degrees. And put a box.
We do that for equal.
Angle A equals 66 degrees. I should see this on your paper. Put the work down, Inslee.
What am I?
Okay, so your homework tonight is to complete that worksheet about triangles. So you need to complete these problems and the ones on the back. That's 6 problems for homework. And you need to get your tutoring paper signed. Is that clear?
Yes.
What should you use to help you with your homework?
Your sheet that we just did today.
This sheet that you just did, right? This one right here. If you've got tickets to turn in, you can do that now. Stop. Giselle, enough. Go have a seat, please. Have a seat. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Now, put your stuff away. I've got a ticket for the first person who can tell me what a triangle with one obtuse angle is called. Oh, Carlos.
Don't know.
Isosceles. I've got an isosceles. One obtuse angle. One obtuse angle. What is it called? It's not isosceles.
Brick wall.
Who's got it? Fernando? It's called obtuse. Have a seat. You should be seated. And when the bell rings, you wait until I dismiss you. Have a seat. Have a seat, Giselle. Giselle, have a seat.
Brick wall.
Okay. Before you can leave, I need somebody to tell me what a triangle with 3 congruent sides is called.
It's a triangle.
Equilateral. Good. Okay. Adios. Do your homework. Get your paper signed. Here.